Would you rather have a perfect memory or be able to forget anything you want?
I'd rather have it.
Yeah. So, guys, back to the episode.
Surround yourself first of all with the right people. So get your team that is going to support you all the way. Remember, you are on this journey. You are on this adventure, this great adventure. We call it life.
Yeah.
But you're on this great adventure. The worst thing that can happen to you
Being goal orientated, whereby you want to achieve dreams.
is for you to bring them back to perspective on their value and their worth.
Don't you want to They are waiting. Let her cool.
Okay.
Students.
Bafundi. Welcome back to the number one student podcast in SA with your one and only host. And today, I'm not walking alone. You saw us last week, hey? Yeah. But today, we are back. And then Pete Urumza. And it's another special episode today because I have a wonderful guest for you guys. Very informative episode today. Trust me. Guys, before we actually go any further, I just want to ask you one question, man. Did you hear about this thing that was trending on TikTok? What was happening, man? This thing of Elon Musk.
The Elon Musk and the robot. I saw that thing.
But what's your take to actually see that the future is coming to reality? Everything that we saw in the movies is actually...
Bruh, like this other dude who also mentioned that he saw that thing in the movie. I also watched a movie with a robot. Yeah, I think they are making that movie a reality.
It's
now.
the 2004 movie, I think, for Will Smith.
iRobot.
Will Smith,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it is.
But it's actually quite impressive because I think I saw this other post where I think the design of the things like the cars and the spaceships or whatsoever and the robots actually filed a suit allegedly to Will Smith to Elon Musk, I mean, to say he stole his designs.
Okay.
And it's quite shocking that when you're looking at like the cars and the robots, they actually look quite similar.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because right now I'm looking at it. Someone is saying, "Are you wearing shoes?" The robot be like, "Yes, but I won't give you the size. I'm a little self-conscious about that."
I'm a little self-conscious.
So there's a lot of attitude. There's a lot of
there
personality that you're
is.
bringing in.
It's actually quite impressive. But I'm standing in both ways on this. I do appreciate that the future is coming to us and it's coming near, but the fact that it's also coming in a negative way, whereby it's going to affect a lot of people with employment, because I hear that Elon Musk is going to hire those robots to actually work in his company, part of the operation. So it means that some of the people that are working there, their jobs are going to be at risk.
Bro, I saw it serving a person a drink. It's carrying a drink and
Yeah.
it's giving it to someone. And the person is taking the drink. I was like, hey, the robot serving?
Yeah, but you see
It's cleaning, even. Like, look at this.
It's cleaning.
Yeah, it's cleaning the house.
What's your thought on that, sir?
Yeah, the thing is, throughout history, there's always been some level of automation. So I think where the lower level jobs will obviously be taken up by these robots, the whole idea is that people should start empowering them with higher level skills and abilities and so on. And so it's not perhaps being taken over some of the jobs, it's finding other jobs
Other
and
jobs.
finding innovative ways of surviving. I think we are outsmarting robots still, and we're creating them, and so we can't be scared.
That's
definitely of the future. We need to embrace the future and move on.
Because I feel like what differentiates us from the robots, we have more of like, we are human, so of course we're going to have like the human emotions.
Yeah.
Some of the things they require like human emotional intelligence, whereby I don't think robots can actually grasp that and actually apply it in that manner. But yeah, I think enough about that, sir. Because we can actually speak about this the
Yeah.
whole day. But guys, before I actually introduce our wonderful guest of today, I want to start by saying on your screen, it's the one and only Umelusi Mongo Nyathu Tambokhulu Puqedaka, uMadlanga Kagezi, and I'm working with the one and only African Chris Brown. He's coming here December, but he's here. How are you feeling, boy?
I'm good, man.
Welcome back.
Feels good to be back.
Ne-
I've missed this chair.
Hey, it was cold. The seat was cold. That's
Yeah,
right.
and I've heard people saying you missed me.
Nah,
but
nah.
yeah.
Let's jump to So, introducing the one and only woman who's famous but faceless, the one and only Fortunate, aka the rapper Malumane.
Are we still there?
Yeah, you're Pastor Rhyme. And then saving the best for the last for the best. Introducing the one, the only specialist and expert in marketing. I'm talking about the guru in personal selling. Guys, if you need strategies to sell now, I'm plugging you now, Shem guys. This is your guy. Hey. Guys, I'm telling you. So he's a lot of things, man. A businessman, entrepreneur. Also, I can say he's my mentor, and also he's a lecturer. So this is the one and only Mr. Henry Esau.
Thank you. That's
Welcome.
overselling, eh? That is the one thing I tell my students: don't oversell. Over promise and under deliver is not what we do.
And that's
but
a
thank
one.
you.
And
Thank
that's
you
a
for
one
that.
thing he's good at.
Guys.
Selling, he's very good at.
Hey, nah, okay, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. So today, guys, this episode is particularly going to be about career paths. We're going to speak about how to maneuver in like the life of being a lecturer and also balancing the personal life and also the work that you have. So making it balanced and everything going aligned as it should. So guys, don't forget, this is the number one student podcast. Ne? If you are a lecturer, a student, a professional working class citizen, just know that you are not lost. This is the platform for you where we help you with like real life lessons. We help you with personal development. We help you with study tips. Yeah, to help you get that degree or know more about what other people know. So yeah, first question, say we are into it now.
We're into the exam room.
We are into it. How are you feeling, sir?
I'm good. I'm
You're
very
good,
good.
man.
I'm very honored and obviously privileged. I'm pinching myself because usually I'm the one doing the talking in front, and you for some other reason you never took notes. I don't know why.
No, sir. The notes are here.
Oh, okay, the notes are there. Okay.
The notes.
But thank you for the invitation, guys.
But it's
Both
a-
of you, I'm very
honored.
excited for where the show is going, for where the podcast is going,
Yeah.
and for how far you've come in a very short space of time. So congratulations and well done.
Thank you. So we are really honored that you honored the invitation, sir. Even Rumza is shaking now.
No, I don't think so.
Well, now I'm relaxed that now you're here, but I've been shaking all the time that I had.
You've been shaking, ne?
Yeah, I
I
admit
know.
it. Yeah.
So I just want to start by asking you to kindly please share your background and also in like personal selling and also your academia.
Okay. Well, I came into academics very late in my life, which was a bit of a mistake. When I started straight after matric, I went to study BSc, and for some other reason, I did not like dead animals at all, and especially not on a Monday morning. And so I had this, like you said earlier on, this epiphany. One Monday morning, walked into the lab, and I saw this dead squalus. We called it squalus. It's a fish that's on my desk, and I'm like, I don't see myself doing this for the rest of my life. And long story short, got involved with Transnet back in the day when Transnet was still Transnet, and was given the opportunity to become a marketer So I went for a marketing course through Transnet up in Joburg, did all these short courses, and then realized that, one day when I'm done with Transnet, nobody's going to know that I'm really qualified for it, because I had no formal qualification in marketing. And so that when that dawned on me, I decided I am going to study. I'm going to study, and luckily I've got a very supportive wife and a very supportive family. So we sat around and we said, hey, listen, what are we going to do as a family? Because we wanted all our kids to, I've got 2 sons, I want all our kids to go and study as well. So my wife and I said, let us empower ourselves first. And that is when we started. So I did my first degree, I did my second degree, did my third degree, which was my master's, and then registered immediately for PhD. On the other side of the tracks, my wife did exactly the same, just a bit quicker, men. So I did it a lot longer, and she's already done. She's qualified. She's an academic, and she's a PhD. So married to a clever, beautiful wife. If she sees this, then she knows there's a shout out to Dr. Dorothy Esau from my side as well.
It's one thing to be smart and know where you're going, but to have a partner that's also that's actually a powerful household. I want to say that. I want to pass it through. But I want to ask you, so what actually inspired, because we understand that the background started from Transnet, but what inspired you to actually go for personal selling and entrepreneurship, not actually going straight to marketing?
Yes. Look, I've only had 2 jobs in my life, and so the one was with Transnet, where I sold services, and then at some stage in my life, I was very doubtful. Like all human beings, you start doubting your own abilities, your own skills, and I didn't think much of my skills to be able to sell a product, and so I got involved in IT hardware, and then did well and became very passionate about that, and it was a bit of a bad thing for me to, at the end of the year, see that I've got a budget of 20 million that I need to deliver to my company, and of that 20 million, I'm probably getting 500,000 in terms of a salary. And so I thought, no man, this is unsustainable. I need to start my own business. And that is how I became involved in entrepreneurship. And in my studies, actually, my master's, while I was busy with my master's, I came across this amazing concept called social entrepreneurship. And social entrepreneurship is really entrepreneurship done for good works or for impact.
Social entrepreneurship.
Social entrepreneurship, yeah. So it's about creating impact, and it's about changing people's lives. And so that sat very well with me, because, when you've made all the money, you've driven all the fancy cars, you've stayed at all the lovely places, wherever you wanted to stay, there's that one thing that says, so what have you done for someone else? How did you impact somebody's life?
So it's more about benefiting the community and the society than actually gaining more profits to the business.
It's about doing good. And it's not just me saying that. The UNESCO is a subsidiary of the UN. And so they have 17 SDGs, or Sustainable Development Goals. And so the Sustainable Development Goals is really about how do we change people's lives in the world, because it's unsustainable if you have a few people who are extremely rich and the majority of the people are poor at the bottom.
That's true.
Unsustainable, because people are unhappy, and there's constant tension in the country and in a world for that matter. And so they came up with those 17 SDGs. And so what I do on a daily basis now slots in nicely with that mission, of changing the world for the better.
That's true, sir.
Yeah.
I feel like also in that regard, taking that path that you're taking, it has a lot of, because if you're helping someone, the feeling that you get back, that I don't know how to put it into words, but it's so satisfying more than actually getting revenue. Because have you ever helped someone, Romza, to the point would see you feel good about yourself after walking? Let me put it an example like this: you're coming back from buying your grocery, and then someone says, "Can I have 20 rand outside?" And then you take out that 20 rand, you give that person out of the goodness of your will or with an open heart. Do you know the feeling after doing that and leaving that person? How do you feel?
Well, it's really satisfying,
Nah.
and you feel good about yourself, and it actually inspires you to do more.
I think that feeling, no money can buy it. So I feel like that's actually what you're getting served with, sir.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually a good thing.
But beyond, sorry, Malusi, beyond the feeling that you getting, the way you make the other person feel.
Yes, sir.
Because there's a saying, I think it's Maya Angelou, who says that people won't remember what you say, but they will remember how you make them feel.
That's true.
And so that is important. And sometimes it does not even take money. It doesn't take money. It is just your way, just your disposition, giving somebody a little bit of your time.
Very valuable.
I think sometimes we focus on the big things that we can do, while the little things, maybe just making somebody a cup of coffee and
Yep.
doing that well. How does that make somebody feel? I mean, the person who made us this lovely coffee this afternoon, you know, you're really impacting Malusi by giving him nice cup of coffee.
Definitely, so it makes my whole episode go smooth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the small things we do actually have a big impact.
At least
in
now
our
you're teaching him something. Hey, Maria.
How you have said it.
So I want to know about some of the biggest challenges that you faced as a lecturer, and how do you go about like solving them or walking past them?
Look, like I often tell people that when we meet our students, we're meeting people in a transitional phase of their lives. Remember, they're just coming out of school. They're just almost out of adolescence. So the young kids, really, the year before, they were still school children. And now we find them in this transitional phase of their lives where they are grown-ups. When they speak, people listen.
Yes.
They are responsible for their own food, their own accommodation, their own traveling, and suddenly all this responsibility. And so that is when we find those people. Now at university, you might find somebody who is 19 years old as a first year, and in that same class you might find a 30-year-old. And so that is sometimes a bit of a challenge of where do you pitch your presentation, because that is what we do. The students are your clients or your customers. And so it's difficult to always, you don't want to dumb it down because then you lose your 30-year-old who
That's
can tell
true.
you a little bit about life.
It's like you have a wide span of a demographic target.
Absolutely.
And you have to narrow the message into accommodating both people.
Yes.
I actually understand. I've never looked at it like
Can you
that.
see? Can you see sometimes? And that
It's
is why.
making more sense now.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah. But we find a way of accommodating everybody and making everybody feel special. The whole idea is to create a space that is conducive for everyone to take ownership of their learning and of their academic journey. And so that is all we need to do, is to create, we call it an ecosystem. I call it an ecosystem of support. So you just need to create the space for people to thrive.
That's true.
People know exactly what they don't want.
Definitely.
And so you need to just create that space and say, man, grow.
I actually like that fact, sir. You saying, not saying people, you didn't say people know exactly what they want, but you said people know exactly what they don't want. Because do you know that most people don't know what they want, but they know what they don't want?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's actually quite impressive.
Yeah.
Well, with
Looking
that
at it
being
from
said,
that
I think we need to
Refill.
our
Yeah,
cups.
because mine is already finished.
Age
So,
now,
guys, stay
finished by
in
then.
tune as we have more, and we still have the one and only marketing guru. I'm talking about the real I'm not overselling rooms. Okay? We still have Mr. Henry. No, flip kills. I'm like, so guys, also make sure that you refill your cup of respect, your cup of coffee, and join us back on The Real Talk.
Not this time.
The student podcast.
Time, my guy.
Ah, ne? Welcome back to the number one student podcast in SA, in Africa, and the number one student podcast that matters. We still with the one and only Mr. Henry over here on my close left, and Urumza on my far left, sipping his hot cup of coffee. The real cup of respect.
Seems like the rumors that I heard were true. You missed me. Yeah, you've mentioned me a lot. in this
Really? So, guys, I want us to start with a game now. It's time
Yes,
for game
it's time.
So,
it's the
I
first,
have.
it's the first time I hear her speak. Hey.
No, I heard her speak the first half.
I know. Thanks to you for bringing up the game.
So, I actually have 3 questions. Would you rather questions?
Okay.
So, ladies first, it's going to be you, and then Guzolandela Wana Rooms, and then Mr. Henry.
This is a twist. Why doesn't he ask the question?
No, it's
and
fine.
then
We're used to it.
He's
It's
back.
okay.
Is
He's
he?
bullying us. He's bullying us.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he's bullying us. And you're allowing the bullying.
Okay, so would you rather have a perfect memory or be able to forget anything you want?
I'd rather have a perfect memory.
You? Okay. Rooms.
This one is making me laugh. Hey, perfect memory.
Or forget, be able to forget anything you
Anything you
want.
want.
Yeah, because there are some things you wanna forget and be like,
No,
you.
I'd rather have I'd rather forget anything I want.
What about you?
There are things that you just need to forget.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So
say
you want to
there's
forget everything you want?
everything I want to forget.
Oh, what
Yeah,
that you
the
want
one-
to
yeah,
forget.
that you want to forget.
Okay.
Don't forget everything.
Not
Just the
everything,
things-
just some.
just the
just
things
some,
that you want.
Some things.
Yeah, the things you want, forget.
It's like on your PC.
Stuff.
On your PC, you're deleting that file.
Just that particular
It's
file.
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's tough, eh? Perfect memory. I'm gonna go
perfect
with
memory.
fortunate.
I think also a perfect memory because I think some of the experiences that were bad also taught us a lot of lessons for the future.
Yeah,
So,
it taught you,
Yeah.
but now it's a memory.
but if you forget it now, you're not going to know the
I
lesson
mean-
anymore.
You will make the same mistake again.
So it's the
Yes.
It's not
no,
worth
no,
it
no, you will-
anymore.
Now that I think about it, nah. Perfect
But
memory.
there are things that you just want to forget. Just forget about them because
So-
they brought you some things. You know?
I understand. where
But
you're
that's where
coming
growth comes from. How can you want to forget your growth?
Yeah, I mean, I've grown from that moment. Now I don't need the memory. I just need to
It
get
doesn't
over it.
get you.
It doesn't.
I just want to
Leave
get
him,
over
Shem.
it.
Second question. Would you rather have unlimited free time or unlimited money?
Unlimited money.
Securing the bag.
Yeah, this one is.
You wanna secure the bag? Rooms. I know your
Going with
answer.
the bag.
Going with the bag.
Don't say
I
anything.
think-
I have an influence in
You
her.
want the bag.
It's in the bag. It's in the bag. So,
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. I don't want to be broke with all the time. in the world.
What are
Just
you
give
gonna
me
do
the-
with the time and you don't have money?
No.
No, give me the cash. I'm cashing out.
Hey, but it makes sense. What are you going to do with the time? Do you know that some okay? Let me.
You basically describe. Sorry, you describe a homeless guy. All the free time in the world.
Exactly.
No bag.
Exactly.
No.
That's what he did.
Sorry, guys.
And what would you choose?
I'm sorry. I know that's
What
not
would you choose?
very polite, but yeah, no.
What would you choose?
No, I have answered. I'm securing the bag.
The
But what would you
bag, Baba.
choose?
The bag is the safe way. But
Okay.
I bet you'll choose time.
One last question.
No, you didn't tell us what you would choose.
Oh, I have to choose.
Yes.
Yes.
No, guys, time
can't
is
do that.
going.
No,
Time is going.
no.
You can't be asking us questions and you don't answer.
No, unlimited man.
Finally,
Obvious.
The
It's
power of the
fine.
bag, I like it.
So the last question is: would you rather lose your ability to read or lose your ability to speak?
That one is tough.
I'd rather lose my ability to read.
And be dumb.
I won't be dumb.
How are
As
you
long
going
as I'm
to...
able to speak.
You'll speak
No,
dumb
what's the point?
things.
What's the point of me reading but cannot speak?
Because you're
How
going to...
am I supposed to share the information I'm reading?
No, Rooms. I want to say my...
Don't skip.
No, she already
she-
chose, yeah.
I chose.
This one is tough. I mean, if I can read, that means like I don't get knowledge.
Yeah.
I can only see things.
You can only see and talk anything that comes to your
That
mind.
comes to your mind.
Yes, you're right.
Even
Right
the
now,
dumbest thing that comes to your
Because you're not educated.
mind. Hey, how are you going? No, but there is sign languages. Yeah, I'd rather not speak.
you'd rather not speak.
Yeah.
But you
I'm
say-
with, I'm with you guys. I mean, there are people who can't speak, but there's so many apps nowadays
Yeah.
where you can quickly type and
What you
then
wanna say, yeah.
the computer will speak on your behalf.
I feel like if you have that amount of knowledge, you can still make something out of yourself, because
Yeah.
it's not only speaking that can get you somewhere, but you can write, you can
Exactly.
draw,
You can
Yes.
do things without
you can
speaking.
put things, build.
I will deal with visual things. Going visual.
Yeah, so guys, back to the episode. No, man.
Come on. Now you have the bag, but you don't know how you're gonna spend the bag.
I know how I'm gonna spend the bag.
You have the bag and you only
Yeah,
fortunate.
yeah.
No, like, okay, for example,
The
look at
next
this
thing
light
you-
right here.
The next thing you honor, I blow it.
No, wait.
Because she can think. She can think of
can
things that
read.
make sense. She can read.
So guys, we going back to the episode. I wanna ask, okay, so now we're going to be speaking about balancing work, life, relationship, and the dynamics of it. How do you manage that the demands of academia while maintaining like a healthy lifestyle or a healthy relationship with your family? As I know, so you're actually a family man.
Yes.
So how do you manage the two? Because both of them can be demanding sometimes. Yeah.
There's a a scientist called Dunn. He has the 8 dimensions of holistic well-being. That is his model that they speak about. And this model speaks to the various parts of humanity. So all your interactions, your social interaction, your academic interaction, your business, employment, etc., etc., etc. And so for me, it is important that we understand that there are going to be times when you are not fully present in one aspect of your life. Let us just be honest about that.
That's true.
For me, there's a big word that became very popular lately, and that is intentionality. Being intentional.
True.
So when you are in a space that you are fully present in that space.
True.
The fact that we are having this podcast doesn't mean there are other demands on our time. And so that for me is something that we need to just all agree on, that, being the best version of yourself in that moment will give you so much greater joy than trying to sit here and be worried about something that you are losing out on, maybe whatever it is. But another big thing that became very important to us is about scheduling. It's about making that time. So for instance, in my family, and maybe Malusi, this is advice to you also.
I'm listening, say all ears.
We have a regular date night
Okay.
where, and we've been doing it for years. So doesn't matter where we are or whether we're going out or whether we're at home, but we ring fence that time
Is it just
for us.
Is it just 1 week, 1 day in a week?
One day in a week. Start small, So one day in a week, but we're very intentional about that. And so it also takes away that feeling of guilt, because you're constantly guilty. You're doing such a lot, but you always feel guilty that you don't do enough.
That's true.
And so the one word that I want to leave is intentionality. Be intentional about your time.
And it relates to something that my partner always tells me this. She always tells me that I should be always present. Yes. Like present, we can take it lightly, but some people can be doing something, but they are not noticing or they are not intentional, like you said, in what they are doing. So that's actually, I'm taking that advice there. They once games night.
Yes, yes.
Rumza, take note.
No, he's securing the bag. He's not taking it.
The family.
So I just wanna know what advice would you give to a student who's trying to balance the academics and also like the personal life and the relationships?
Yeah, similar. Like I say, surround yourself first of all with the right people. So get your team that is going to support you all the way. Remember, you are on this journey. You are on this adventure, this great adventure. We call it life.
Yeah.
But you're on this great adventure. The worst thing that can happen to you is you are halfway into your race, and now you find that you don't have people supporting you. So find your team. Surround yourself with people who are like-minded, not necessarily the same skill set or the same mentality, because you need the spice of life. You want people with specific skills around you.
Because I believe also, sorry to disturb you, I believe you are what you attract. It's like the law of attraction.
Absolutely.
The people that you attract, it's the people it's the way you see yourself.
Yeah.
That's why there's this phrase where they are saying, show me your friends.
I'll
and
show you your future. Yes.
Because the people that you surround yourself with, they are the people that determine your future. Because that's what you guys are talking about or discussing on your...
And at the end of the day, you become the reflection of the people you spend time with. Because there is something, it's weird, but at the same time interesting. He has this thing of like speaking in this weird voice.
Yeah.
And he has tagged along. He's doing the same thing. Our song guy is doing the same thing. So you see, like, it just happens automatically that you grasp the head from the people you spend time with.
You do.
Yes.
But the great thing about this is you are the CEO of your own life, basically. And so you can hire and fire people. If people don't align with your goals and with your ambitions, like you said, those are school fees. You learn. You learn, and you need to, from time to time, have a meeting with yourself.
Yes.
Sit down and say, okay, let me reflect. Let me see where I'm at. Let me take stock. And now I say to myself, I need to perhaps in a nice way get this person out of my life in a way that person understands.
That's true.
I'm going this way. This person is going that way.
Sure.
And so for students, and it's sad because you don't have the experience of life like older people. But the people that you are studying with now are not going to be in your life forever.
Yes.
That's what we said in the previous episode.
I did
Influence
tell you
of
that,
friends.
Yeah.
So the people, you are going to change, and you're going to become better, and your interest is going to change, and so on. So I'm saying to students, the question that you asked me, how do I advise them? Have those moments, we call them moments of truth, where you sit down with yourself and think strategically about where you're going to. Because that allows you to not just think about the year now, but it allows you to think 3 years, 5 years ahead, and now you can align your current reality with your future reality, where you want to go.
It's like self-reflection on your life.
Absolutely.
I always say that it goes back to the self-discipline, where I was saying sometimes you need to spend time with yourself and talk to yourself. And you said that thing.
you hear that. Talk to yourself.
You see, it's
Talk to
coming
yourself.
back now.
And
Yes.
he said when he told him to talk, we talk to ourselves.
Yeah.
He said, "Isn't that weird?" I mean, I
not.
know you're gonna think you are crazy talking to
No.
yourself.
No, I didn't say it like that. You guys speak like this. Yeah, if what you need, I have to work. I talk to myself like
you can speak
I'm
out.
thinking.
You can speak out loud, and you can like talk to your inner self, like
Yes.
silently. You can do it both ways.
do what works for you.
Malusi, one thing you must learn to do is to self-affirm. I do that from time to time in the mirror, and people think that I'm weird, but
That I do say. That I do.
self-affirmation is the best gift you can give to yourself.
100%.
Stand up in the mirror and tell
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
Malusi,
I'm the guy who I
Mongo,
think I am.
I am so handsome today.
Yeah.
I am gonna kill it today.
Yeah.
I'm already successful.
Definitely.
Those are the kind of things that you need to tell yourself, and as you speak it into being, it becomes your reality.
That's true.
And for me, that is very important.
Sure.
Do speak to yourself.
On point. See, I always tell myself I'm a millionaire.
Yes.
And I am a millionaire.
Yes, you are.
I even have a millionaire walk.
You know what? You're talking about being a millionaire. Do you know that if you're the lowest earning person in South Africa, let's say you're making 10,000 Rand a month. If you hold on to your money, it will take you only 10 years to become a millionaire.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So for me, it brought the whole thing about being wealthy or being a millionaire has nothing to do with your ability to earn the million, but it is how do you spend that becomes
Definitely.
important.
Totally agree. Yes, true. That's wisdom. That's
How do
wisdom.
you spend your cash?
Yeah.
It's not whether you can earn it, because
How do you
anybody can
spend
earn a million quick. But how do you spend that cash
And
when
they
it
can
comes
blow
in?
that million in a week's time.
That is the problem.
And I know people who can
Especially
do
if
that.
you've got good friends.
Hey, friends, influence of friends.
You can spend that million now.
So, sir, I wanted to ask you something because I feel like also resonating to what we were speaking about, balancing the work-life relationship. Sometimes you can actually get burnout. So I want to know what strategies do you use to actually like prevent burnout and
Yeah. First of all, do something that you love. Do something that you love. The other thing is you have to concentrate on your physical well-being. Try and do something that is taking you away from the seriousness of life. In my case, I love music. So from time to time, I would just pick up my instrument and I would play a song, or I will sing a little bit, and then do nature walks. Get out, and especially where we're based in the Western Cape, there are such a lot of scenic things.
beautiful.
In a university setup where there are multiple campuses, you might not even have to spend money. You can use something like a university shuttle and go to a campus that is on the beachfront, in our case. Or you can go to somewhere in the winelands. It's a campus, but it's a change of scenery. And so you need to look after yourself in that
Yeah.
way. So I do something called the wine route. I live in Gordons Bay, so it's on the way to Stellenbosch. So we do every week, we go out just for a drive, and we go and do wine tasting, for instance, on a Sunday afternoon. It's cheap. It is relatively cheap. I mean, it's 100 and something Rand, $100.
Yeah.
And you have the time of your life sitting there pretending to be a connoisseur.
Hey.
You know what you're talking about when you're swirling left and right. And so find those little things that makes you happy, that gives you purpose.
That's true, say. People, guys, take yourselves out.
Yes.
Do dates. Like my producer, she was doing self dates, or you were
Yes.
doing what?
When?
Solo dates.
Yeah. I was single then. I started with solo dates.
And
Now I have a-
sometimes now you have a friend.
Wait, did you hear that she was
Was
single then?
past
Yeah,
tense.
I was single
she
then.
was
Oh,
single then.
now I saw her at the beach. Hey.
Yes.
But let's not talk about
Congratulations.
I mean, weeks ago, she was chasing the bag.
Sir, we had this question. We said, would you rather choose money or love?
Aibo.
She said money, sir.
Oh no,
No,
wait.
I said
First she
love.
said love, and
And
then a
then-
week later she changed.
She
Okay.
said
And I
money.
thought maybe love has.
She found
yeah.
love and then came back in for the
Now
bag.
she's back to the love now. You back to
The
the
love
love.
found me. Honestly, it did.
Matuda.
Ah, that's
The love
beautiful.
located you.
I was not going to chasing for it located.
I think you should also just wait, my guy, because
No,
you
I
also-
already
you-
found love. I found
you
love.
did? Oh.
Yeah.
I
It's you alone.
No, it's a bag. It's a bag for me, dog. It's a bag. A bag is very important.
So, sir, before we actually
Yes.
end this episode, I just wanted to ask you
Yes.
2 more questions. The first one is a personal selling student. What are the skills that they can use? What are the skills that can actually benefit them now as they are still developing, not yet working or doing that? What are the skills that they can do or grow themselves with to actually get ready for that stage of life?
Make yourself indispensable. What I mean when I say that is make yourself valuable in a way that when you and another personal selling student walks into a job interview, that you bring so much more to the party. There are skills like video editing. There are creative skills. There are things like production skills. You have 3 years where you can live on the data of the university, where you can trial and error, make mistakes without. It's not going to impact your life. It's not you're not playing with your family's money, so to speak. So use those the time that you have to cultivate these additional skills. Many of us are not in a job that we studied for. Okay, so most people would study, let's say, a BSc or would study a chemistry degree or whatever, and they end up in business.
Yeah.
Completely different to what they studied because they had other skills. And so I'm saying, do events planning, do design, do any creative thing that will differentiate you
And build value
from,
to you.
from the opposition.
Definitely.
Those are the skills that we are looking for in
Yeah.
industry. We're looking for, oh, okay, so you're a marketer, and what else do you do? No, but I'm also an influencer. What else do you do? No, I'm also a content creator. I'm on TikTok. I've got a following. That is what makes you powerful.
Yeah.
And that is what separates you from the second candidate.
Guys.
That's wisdom.
Did you hear, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, so build value now.
Yes.
It's going to work for you later. Yeah, because we have a lot of time on our hands. Imagine, I think almost 8 hours just here sitting. So, guys, you've heard it from the one and only Mr. Henry, and I won't oversell. I'm still on that.
Yeah,
So
I think
thank you.
you've learned this.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us this week. We still love your connection with us. We still need you to subscribe, comment. Don't forget to like and follow us on all social platforms. And also, be sure to never miss an episode, guys. As today I was really shaking, guys. I felt like
Is it? We didn't pick
because
that
I'm
up.
with my mentor, guys.
No.
Today it was different, but yeah, it's fine, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and
Guys,
much
you're
love.
doing amazing work, eh? Well done.
Thank you,
Well
sir.
done.
Thank you.
Appreciate
But
that.
from us to you, Sitai Shaiga Billy, adios, amigos. Till next time, next week, same time, same days. 5 o'clock, you know, Mus. We're together, we see Songe, we are one. Bye bye.
Dot scenes.
Yeah. Don't scenes.
Yeah, ish. Now we got.
Thank you, guys. Oof, that sugar is so sweet in that cup.
Come on. It didn't stop record.